this wrist, and when you talk about, let's forget even how your arm hangs, which is going to play into it even more. I mean, it starts to make even more sense. But even more than how your arm hangs, when you hit a baseball, here, pretend like you hit a baseball. Baseball grip.
I haven't played baseball.
So there's a ball right out here and you're going to hit it. So if you went back and you're going to hit, okay, you see where this hand is?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you'd hit a baseball with your wrist bowed that way.
Right.
Because that's a weak wrist.
Mm-hmm.
So where's your wrist?
There.
You're hitting it like this.
Yeah.
So it's this action right here. Did you play tennis? Oh, that's all right, give me your right. Okay, so you hit a forehand like this. When you change to a backhand in tennis, when you go to hit a backhand, your grip changes. So your hand rotates, because when you hit a backhand, your wrist is like that.
Yeah.
There's no way you would hit a backhand with your wrist like this.
Right.
Because that's not very strong. And now you freaking break your wrist. Okay, so in golf, this whole bow your left wrist thing here and go like this is crazy relative to joints.
Yeah.
Now, if I had you, if we're standing here and I said, okay, I want you to put the club in your left hand and just chip it out there. Okay, here's what you're going to do. There's no way you're going to hold it like this and hit it and do that. So what you would do is you'd go like that, instinctively. You put it here, you turn, because now all your wrist has to do is go this way and go that way.
Yeah, you can flex it now.
Okay? All of a sudden, and the club works that way and this hand works this way. How your arm hangs is great. This is even a bigger reason to put your hand there, because when you see most of these guys now at impact, if they're going to lean the shaft, see where my left hand is?
Yeah.
It's not like this or like that. So if they want to really lean the shaft forward, what happens? The shaft keeps leaning, but it keeps leaning into how this wrist is really strong.
Oh, yeah.
So just put your left hand on it. So we're going to chip left hand.
Okay.
Forget. I'm just going to hit a chip shot left hand. So see this, you're going to feel like if you go over here more, so that all your left hand has to do is go boom, boom.
Yep.
Okay, now just chip it. Go ahead, just nice and easy. Okay, now that impact, if we put that on the video, when you hit it, this lines up, but your left hand is like that. Your left hand still is a little too weak.
Okay.
The club might still be a little too much in your fingers. And so this hand still wants to go this way. The more I do this, the more I'm understanding why this is not only physiological, but when you're going to hit something, this arm's going to anticipate and running into something. The more it's this way, the more stable it is. The more it's this way, the weaker it is.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So when you say it's into my fingers too much?
No, it's not. It can't get too much.
Okay. Because I've been trying to get it right there.
It goes right there.
Right there.
Just like that.
Yeah.
So now when you set the club down, when the club is, the face is square, so this wrist is basically doing what they call ulnar and radial deviation. It's hardly doing any flexion, extension, except on the follow through. So this one's doing more of this, and this one's doing this.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So just put it right there. This on. I know this is you're gonna go, oh shit.
That's all right.
Okay, now.
Year one, yes.
Go ahead. Just chip it.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that's not that strong relative to the toy. Your right's a little strong. It could come up a little more.
There. Okay.
Right there. But your left, I'm sitting here watching all these guys on TV. Where your left hand is right there is where 80% of the tour players are. Now here's what's interesting. Here's what your brain starts doing. The stronger this is, you get right here, when you're going to the top, your instinct is to rotate your arms to get the face a little more, what feels to be open.
Yeah.
So your instinct is to actually open the face. Okay, so what happens is then what does your right arm do? You get here, your right arm lets the face what feels to be open, because if it doesn't, now you're like this and it's shut. Feel the difference?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. There you go. That's awesome. Okay.
Hit that?
Yeah. Just chip it like that.
Okay. That's good.
I mean, I'm telling you. Now, I know it's only a few degrees.
Right.
But it's huge. Now, how did I learn that? I used to pick up balls for the head pro, this little 9-hole golf course when he gave lessons, and when I hit shag balls, and I was always had a drink. So I'm hitting balls over the, so all I do is make the balls go over the shag bag, okay? So there's no way I would have grabbed the club like this and opened the face.
Right, right.
So I went there so that all my wrist had to do was go here and there to hit it, and then when I went over here, it went like that. Because all I was doing was making the balls go over to my shag bag. And when I chipped with my right hand, so as soon as this would get tired, change the drink to this hand, and now I'm going like this, chipping it over there this way. So now that's chipping balls over the shag bag. So then all of a sudden, now I take a hold of the club. Now I'm not doing that. Now I'm doing my drink. Well, what did I do? This hand went where the chipping from this one went there, and it went like that. So it's the same freaking action in both hands.
Right.
And there's no way two things would have happened. There's no way I would have gone here and gone there and tried to twist the face. And there's no way this hand would have gone like this and went like that.
Right.
So before I started playing golf, I used to pick this guy's balls up and he'd give me a Coke, and I'd maybe play a couple of holes, and I used to do that every night. Just chip it over the shag bag. So his hand worked that way.
Yeah.
So when I started playing, I mean, my left hand just kept doing the same thing.
Right.
I just put my right hand on, and that fit exactly how I hit a baseball. Because there's no way you hit a baseball where your grip's up here and your wrist starts going that way.
Right.
Because that's where you have the most strength to hit something. So the essence of that conversation is stronger grip.
Yeah. Is that
yeah,
strong
that's
enough
good.
there?
That's
there,
good.
right? Yeah.
Now, like I say, the way you can reinforce it is just take a hold of it with your lip. And you're going to feel that the more you go this way, there's a point where it's all of a sudden, all your wrist has to do is go like that and go like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to do anything this way. It just goes, and the face is like that, and it goes boom, 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 boom. So you're not having to add any of this to it.
Right, right.
It's just boom, boom. And then this hand goes boom, boom. So those two motions match. This one's doing this.
That's got to be strong enough so you can feel that.
So now your hands basically do, okay, what's our hands? I talk about your golf swings like this. Well, yeah, if your grip is like this.
Right.
But seeing your grip's not like that. So this is kind of true, except this hand's sitting like this. So really this hand goes like this and this one goes like that.
Yeah.
So here's how it really works. And the more you do this, and then you hit it, and then it goes like that. I mean, it's strong and no face rotation.
Right, okay.
All right. So a little stronger, like that.
Yeah, so it's right there.
That's got to feel, if you chip with one hand, that's got to feel real stable. Yeah, there you go. And then, once you do that, then your left hand, when your left arm straightens out like that, the club face is there, and then this hand can just hit and throw the shit out of it.
Okay.
Now, it also, my chipping and pitching, when I just went even stronger,
right,
and I started hitting some shots, because I'd kind of gotten away from this stuff with my left hand. I'd gotten away from hitting balls with my left hand. I mean, I got really freaking good at that when I was a kid. And because it's been so much right hand, and for most people, beginners, to have them hit with their left, I kind of, because they barely know an arm comes out of the side of their body.
Yeah.
So it's a little tough, but for you, as good as you are, and your left has to be the face control and the stabilizer.
Got it.
Because if it does that, then this hand is just pushing and throwing, pushing and throwing, pushing and throwing. It's not having to twist
Right.
at all.
Okay.
And the more it wants to push, then the more it wants to get down here to put. It doesn't want to go up here. So a lot of this wanting to go up here is because it's not in the right position to push and throw. Go ahead, hit another one. So step one is as much better as your grip was, we're going a little, that's got to feel really good.
Yeah, I feel more of that.
That's
now,
what it
which is much easier.
See, all I feel in this hand, once I get this hand on the club and I'm set up there, it just feels to leave. Like all my wrist does is go here, and then I hit it, and then it goes like this.
Right.
So this hand just feels like it's doing that. It doesn't feel like there's any of this going on in my backswing. So all it's doing is I swing back, it just goes like that. And then this hand's sitting there, and all it feels like it does is it starts here and it feels like it goes there. So this one goes here, and this one goes there.
Okay.
And the hand action. Then your arm rotates in your shoulder socket, and then it comes right back to there, and then you hit the ball, and then this one goes like that, so that one goes that way.
Right. Okay.
Which is why you're seeing all these guys now, and almost every one of them, they hit the ball, and when the club shows up over there, the face shows up like that.
Yeah, the toe's working up a lot more.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, Patrick Cantley, Patrick Reed, I'm convinced 5 years from now, there won't be anybody with the face turn.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. What's the logic?
There is no, yeah, the ball doesn't spin, you gotta get it. That's another reason why this was in vogue for a long time, is because if you're coming into the ball and you're up here and you're bowing your wrist and turning this, you're turning the face down and taking loft off the club. Well, that works with a wedge, 9, 8.
Right.
Get to a 7-iron all of a sudden, you can't get the frickin' ball in the air high enough, so you can't stop it. So now they're coming into the ball, they're coming into it shallow like this, and they run the club into the ball and go, woof. They're working the club this way, because they don't want to be taking loft off the face as they go through the ball. They want to catch it square, but then they want the face going this way.
Yeah.
So we're strengthening your grip in
Yeah.
essence. I just gave you a couple of reasons why.
Yeah. No, that helps. I mean, all that, it helps my teaching. Now, when I set this down, is that still okay, or do you want the face?
No,
like
no,
that?
no, no, no. Right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Open is square.
Yeah. And then it just goes right there.
Yep.
Right there.
That's it. So your left wrist
Feels-
ulnar and radial deviates or hinges, and your right wrist flexes, and then you hit it.
Is that too open?
No, that's about right. That's about, if your swing plane's like this,
Okay.
and maybe a little too open. That'd be perfect.
Right there. Okay. So it feels right. That's good right there.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay.
So it goes there, and then you just turn into the ball and hit it.
Yeah. Now, when you say you turn into the ball.
Well, wait a minute. Bad words. I know
Okay.
you're going to. No. God, I can't believe you picked up on that. These guys that are shooting my videos, right, for the website. This week is about a $75,000 video shoot.
Oh yeah, looks like it.
So, but these guys, they're all really good videographers and stuff. But so because the guys that are part of my company, they're here and they're kind of monitoring what I say. So, like I said, there is no top in a golf swing.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst concepts in the history. Swing to the top.
Right.
Because you start thinking there is a top. Well, there isn't a top. There's not
Right.
a top in any sport. The top is a position in motion where the club changes its directions. But that's different than top, because top goes, okay, you swing to the top and then go.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Okay, so I start doing a video and I say, okay, so we're gonna get your hands right here at the top, and I get through with the whole video thing, like 2 or 3 videos, and I kept saying top, and finally one of the guys goes, I think it's gonna be misleading. I go, what? These were great. They said, well, no, you said multiple times there is no top, and you've referred to top like 3 times. I'm going, here you're right. Let's do them over.
Yeah.
Because if I say there's no top, and then I talk about the top,
Right.
you're going, people are confused. So the top is, at this point in time of motion, the club should be in this area.
Yeah.
It should be in this place. But it's a point in motion. It's not a top, because top is static.
Right.
Your swing should never be static. There you go. So you get your grip. So that is not too strong.
Yeah. I feel that. I mean, it's not a big deal to me at all.
Good.
I mean, year one, yeah, I was flipping it, of course, but no, I mean, that doesn't feel.
And the more your left hand gets there. In fact, if you did this, make it even just for the hell of it. Instead of putting it here, do Dustin Johnson and put it clear over here. I mean, really get right there. Okay, now here's what's going to happen. When you put it there, when you go through the ball, there's no way your arms are going to want to twist. Because your brain's going to go, oh my God, if I twist that at all, we're talking duck hook.
I mean, right there is good. Yeah.
So now just go ahead and chip one from there. That's actually pretty damn good. There's no way through the ball there's no way you're turning the face down.
Yeah.
Because your brain, and you're good enough, you see this and you're going, if I do any of that, it's going left to left. So what happens? This starts to work, because if it doesn't, you hit it left.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's funny, that guys will come to me with a big hook. Okay, well, I'm going to strengthen the shit out of your grip, and I'm going to shut the face on top.
Yeah.
They're like,
what?
Are you kidding me? I go, why do you think it's going left? Because you can't time all that face rotation.
They get weak grips, and they get the face open, and then it's flipping the shit out of it, trying to catch the face up. And almost everybody,
they're almost ready to walk away.
No, I know. I get people that show up all the time, and they're hitting duck hooks, and their hands are here.
Yeah.
They're going like this, and they come over it, and then they duck hook it, and I go, okay, we're gonna move your grip. And they go, oh my God, I said, well, just humor me, hit one. And a lot of times, the first swing, they move their hand here, and the first swing they hit it, and it doesn't hook that much. And they go,
that doesn't make sense.
Why didn't that hook? I said, because your brain went, finally, we don't have to twist the face. And oh by the way, if we do, it's going to hook off the planet. So that quick, your brain goes, what do I have to do with my hand? So this stops. The reason they hook it is because they've got this.
100%.
So if all of a sudden something deprograms this, which if the stronger the grip goes, this doesn't want to go that way also, then this is going to want to do this to him, or lack of a better term, hold it off.
Yeah, right.
Well, but now all of a sudden your right arm's pushing and going like this. So immediately their right arm starts doing that because it doesn't have to do this anymore. So the guys on tour that have, like, Justin Thomas's grip isn't that strong. It's about here. Jordan Spieth, I honest to God, I don't understand why they don't fix him, but he's like, he's here.
Yeah.
He's like this, fingers out here. He's like that. So Justin Thomas is here and right about there. Now they're not here, but they're about here.
Yeah.
And John Rahm. But those guys go up here, and when they get right here, when they start down, this wrist, they go like that. And the reason they're all doing that, all this George Gankus.
Or Howie does that.
I know.
Yeah.
George Gankus with his twist and shallow. But here's what he's done with everybody. Matthew Wolf does it here. Twist and do this. But every one of them, what they've added to it now, because they used to go here, and they let them go like this. But when you twist and shallow, when the club goes like that, and it actually gets here, I mean, you twist your, you're going to flip the shit out of it. So what have they done? He's added this. So you get here, and as you shallow, you bow your left wrist.
Yeah.
What's it doing? Square in the face, so they don't have to twist through the ball. So once they go here and they go here, now they just turn into the ball. Well, my deal is, why the shit do you want to be trying to time this? You got all these compensating moves going.
There's a lot going on with that.
You just want to go here, and you just want to go boom, boom. You don't want to be having to bow your wrist, and then, I mean, I get it, but
that's strong enough, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just goes right there.
Yep. Okay.